hard right turns.
And
I want you.
And I'm willing because just knowing.
But go ahead.
I'm not saying anybody's a liar.
Have you ever been to the bodega at 2 a.m?
Yeah.
I rest my case.
End
of story.
Yeah.
And you live in a metro city, much like Chicago.
I just think that something's more missing. It's just that I wouldn't have waited so long to call the police. That's just my something must have went on in between that time. It's so kind of weird, and I wouldn't have a noose around my neck that entire time. I don't know. It's just
the noose thing was weird, but I also got in loose quotation marks. But I kind of understood why he didn't take it off.
Because I'm taking that shit.
The reason he said he didn't
want
to take it off because he wanted to tamper with the evidence, which
I'm not thinking about no fuck. All right, see, I don't want to argue with you.
And here's my thing though. Well, it's not even an argument, but here's my thing though. I think it is very easy, and again, it's almost like when you see people on watch out, this is a real stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And Worlds.com is talking about fights. It's like I would have fucked blah blah blah. Like I don't think you really know how you would react in a situation until you're in it yourself.
Yeah.
So I think and again, to have someone throw bleach at you, call you a faggot, and then throw a noose on you, that is a lot to process in a small window of time. Because again, you know how fights work. You could be fighting, you could watch a fight. It feels like the fight lasted for hours, and the fight was a minute and a half.
Absolutely.
That rush of adrenaline, it lasts for so long in your mind that I could see how all three of those things stacked up against him would make him. You would be shook. I get it. I'm not. And again, some people have attacks happen to them, lash out, wild out. They go they Liam Neeson in it. They trying to get everybody in the fucking street.
Wow.
And then there's other people that when you get attacked, you channel in and you almost freeze and you're like, all right, so it takes a minute to process because you're like, what the fuck just happened? So again, I'm you, J, T, K. I'm just saying letters at this point. Just stop me.
I hear you.
But
I hear you absolutely.
Yes, I want to go a little bit deeper, but
I want to go so deeper too, because I just think, you know what? If you're outside and you're doing something and you get jumped, great. Not great, but shit.
What the fuck?
Not
great.
Not great. I should reword that and be very sensitive about this. You outside at 2 a.m., no matter what you were doing, you were going to the store, you were on a date, whatever, something, so shit goes left. I just feel like you don't have to lie. I'm not saying he's lying. I just feel like there's something missing. I'm stomping on the floor. I just feel like there's something missing.
Well, what do you think is missing?
I don't know. I think it's more to just going out to the fucking store. That's just me.
Okay. I don't. But okay.
I'm just being honest with you. I can't sit here and have a conversation to be fake.
Yeah.
Because I've had this conversation with other friends, and I'm just like, yo, my nigga, does this shit sound right?
Yeah.
And the thing was, you sound crazy. Is I don't want to call someone a liar, but I just want to throw things out. So I'm speaking from my perspective because I don't want to negate his story. And if this is his story, I mean, I'm holding his story at face value. This is what happened to you. I'm just upset that what feels a way about this. I can't go down the block and not get footage of me. I know,
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's not that there is no footage. It's no footage that we know about. And that's my whole thing about it.
That's crazy.
And that's, again, me tying back in the sticky hands of the Chicago Police Department.
I know what I can do and what I can't do on my block. I can't do anything on my block. Because you know what? All my neighbors have a camera that points in each direction.
Yeah.
That would
but that all depends on your block, though. Because on my block, everything. No, because on my, there are certain blocks in my hood where I could walk a good 3 or 4 blocks and I not be on any camera.
You think so?
No, I'm pretty sure.
You think so?
No, I'm telling you.
All right.
I know you're talking about there's buildings that have cameras and stores that have camera. There are certain sections of Flatbush that I could easily walk through at this very moment right now and not be on camera.
I think you don't realize it.
Okay.
I think as a New Yorker, and not even just New York, in metro cities, we're on camera at least. I want to say 98, but I'm gonna be lax. I want to say 91% of the time we're on camera.
I would say if you were in Manhattan. Now, if I was in the city, anywhere from South Street Seaport to Dyckman, probably not even Dyckman, but the whole island of Manhattan, I would see that. But there are just some sections of if I'm walking through, I could name blocks in Brownsville right now that I know there's no camera. Now, there possibly might be like a camera at the corner, a camera at the next corner, but like there's like a stretch of a block, that's possible. So again, I'm not exactly too sure where this happened. I'm not sure the geography of Chicago, but I don't know.
And I like Jussie, and I feel really bad that I have to question this, but like when you hear
I feel bad that you have to question it too.
I feel, because I don't want to question it.
It's almost like that, and again, not to like draw the line too much in the sand, but it's almost like that when white people hear stories about black people, and it's almost just like, well, what was Trayvon doing out, in the middle of,
That's exactly,
a rainstorm? And it's like, what do you mean, what was he doing out? Like, he was outside and it was raining. Like,
and to be honest, that's kind of like what I sound like right now. I know I do.
Yeah.
But my thing is just, but my thing is, because I'm not going to negate what I feel, but I'm going to say, I don't know. I just, in my mind, there's a lot more to the story. I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
But the way things have came out is just so fishy. It's weird. And I feel like it's another thing, for someone who's not been jumped but been in a fight, I've seen a lot more marks than a jumping than just a little lash under the eye. And
I don't know. Because again, I don't know how it happened.
I don't know.
Now, while I've never met Jussie in my life,
right,
he does not strike me as the type of person that would need to lie about something, especially lie about something like this. Like, I just don't. And again, like, it's weird. I feel like he's someone that I know, but only from like watching him in interviews, which again means nothing because this is all media. Like, he could be putting up a whole facade, but just in my mind of who. As I've seen him do interviews and like go on shows and like do press junkets, like he doesn't strike me as that person. So I hate that he has to deal with people negating his story. I don't know if it's because he's black, because he's gay, or like what it is that people feel like.
And to be clear, I do think there was an attack or something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened, obviously happened. I just think there's a few holes in the story that's missing.
I mean, there's a few holes in every story.
Right.
So,
that's just my thought.
Yeah. I just want to shape this around something a little bit deeper because just to bring it back, just to Kevin Hart a little bit, like I how can I say this? I'm trying to find like a succinct way to jump into this.
Just say it.
No, it's literally like 8 branches on this tree, but I'm really trying to like focus in. So, I think I want to package it in the idea of not separating Jussie's blackness from his gayness and vice versa. Because I think and again, for the most part, what I've been seeing on Twitter, but again, my timeline your timeline is usually reflective of you for the most part. So it's true. So like more or less what I've been seeing have been people is this intersectionality of his gayness and his blackness. But I know there's been a couple of stories or like a couple of comments that I've seen where people have been like, oh, it's a homophobic crime and like leaving out the race part from like, white media outlets. And then, the black media outlets being like, oh, it was a racist thing and leaving out the homophobic thing. And it's like, these are a conjunction together. Like the whole, not point, but the impact of the story is that it is layered in homophobia and racism. However, I do want to take a step back a little bit and focus more on the homophobic part than the racist part, because I feel like we have done a lot of race talk up here. Racism is what we know. But I think it's very easy in 2019 for like, and somebody was just saying this on Twitter, I think today or yesterday, because, the 5th, February 5th would have been Trayvon Martin's birthday, but it was saying that, the killing of Trayvon, pretty much woke up, a generation of, people, and hopefully that generation never goes back to sleep. I say all that to say, it's very easy in 2019 for us to look at things and be like, this is racist, this is problematic, this is so on and so forth. However, I feel like when that conversation comes to homophobia, it is not equally viewed and represented or respected the same way across the board. And I just want people to do better. Like, I think the real problem comes from I don't know if I can count the number of times that I've been overtly attacked, like racistly.
Really?
But not overt. You know, like I can call out some microaggressions. I can call out, you know, some following, like looking around in the store for too long.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Shit like that.
Yeah,
but I mean, like super overt, like, you know, very. You are being specific hasn't been a whole lot,
right?
Given I think the year that it's in, and then the city that we live in. I think it's you know, that's what it is. However, if you ask me how many times have I been, you know, homophobically attacked or like, you know, had that, yeah, man, yeah, your face is screwed up, but I can count them much more times where like things have been directly homophobic to me than they have been racist to me. So again, this is not me trying to draw the line in the sand of like, you know, I will accept this, not accept that, but I think it's very important to really start checking people on their homophobia because let me ask you a question. If you could name a place in public where you felt the safest, where would it be? Like where you could be as free as possible, but it's in public. Open conversation.
I'm not a good person to have that conversation because I always got my eye over my shoulder all the time. Like,
okay, that's pretty much fair. If you were to ask probably any straight black man in the world, in the country, let's say, where's one place that you can go and feel safe with other people that look like you? What would they probably say?
I don't know, the barbershop?
The barbershop.
Right.
Do you know where most gay men's trauma comes from?
The barbershop?
The barbershop.
Gotcha.
Because it's funny that the place where, you know, straight black men feel the most safe and the most comfortable is the place where gay black men usually feel the least comfortable. Like, I forget, there was somebody that did a piece online a while ago, but there's like there's a whole psychological thing that comes with going to the barbershop because you could be sitting in a barbershop minding your black gay ass business. You just sitting there with your headphones on doing a thing, or not doing a thing, but like waiting to get your hair cut or whatever. And it's just homophobia just flying across the room. Like, and it won't even be directed towards you, but you're just getting hit in the crossfire. Like, you know, faggot this and pause that and, you know, that shit wild gay. And you laughing, but it's very serious. And it's like those moments are things that lay the groundwork for those things that come after. Because in the barbershop, it seems very innocent. It's not innocent to us because we live it every day. But it's like, it seems very innocent because it's just like, oh, we just shooting the shit. You know, we just guy talking. But it's like...
No, it's a nigga's den. Let me tell you something.
It is. So it's like the fact that... So from, you know, nigga to nigga or niggas to niggas, the fact that you feel so comfortable in this place and there's a whole section of your community who are literally the same as you that... avoid this place like the plague. Like, literally walking into the barbershop causes anxiety for people. And again, if you are not a gay black man or, you know, if you are not someone that is often marginalized, this probably sounds crazy to you, but it is very true. Like, I have spoken to many people and they're like, if I could just not, I would not.
As someone who is heterosexual, and one time we stopped, I don't know how long ago this was, we stopped doing a show and you had to go get a haircut in Harlem one time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, me being, I don't want to say apprehensive is wrong, but just me being conscious and just knowing of like who you are, I question, I'm like, where the fuck is he going to get his haircut at? Because I know you, and I know like what that entails in being in the barbershop. Because I think I even asked you, I said, where'd you get your haircut at? And you was like, oh, in Harlem or something like that.
Yeah.
But I know that it has to be a battle. Because like, even not to even compare the two or like put male gaze on this, but I know how uncomfortable it is for women to be in a barbershop. My mom never took me to the bar. She would let me go out, like she would drop me off, and she wouldn't be sitting inside.
Because it's so much shit spewed in there. It's so much unnecessary shit in there for no reason. And again, who you said your mama who was a what?
A female?
No, she's a black woman.
Oh, a black woman.
And that's why when you look at my core friend group. Yeah. It's reflective. It all makes sense because it's like these are the people that understand where my mindset is at. Mindset is at about 95% of the time. Like But yeah, so.
But I don't want to say just only,
excuse me, oh my God.
I've never been in a entirely white barbershop, but I can only imagine like a white barbershop with males in the South. It's predominantly the same, but just different.
I'm sure.
Different.
I don't want to go to that either.
A totally different jargon of what we talk about. But I mean, or just our vernacular. Because
now we get racism and homophobia. Right. Double duty,
right,
you know.
Those niggers or some shit like that. Yeah. So there's totally different jargon of conversation.
And it's just interesting watching how people will speak to you, not knowing that you're of a community. So because obviously I can't hide my blackness. Right. But like when people don't know I'm gay, especially just like random interactions, like at a bar, like in a lift, like when people say things, if they don't know who I am, it's always like one of two things. Like A, do I like clock this person or read them for this? Or B is like, do